Alright, so heading into my semifinals match, it's against Kisstafer. I played this guy twice in the past, and they're both in the finals of different tournaments, and he beat me both times, so I need to get revenge this time. He knows generally what decks I played, because I played against Hosty recently, and he was like watching, I think, or at least getting play-by-play results. So, I'd like to... he'll probably start with something like Handlock. So Freeze Mage is good against everything except for... oh, he plays a lot of Token Druid, too. So he'll probably play Token Druid and Handlock at some point in the series. So I wouldn't mind playing Druid against any of those, I don't think. Or I could just open with Miracle, of course. I think since I took so long to decide, I'll just open with the Miracle. Plus, I don't like to switch to Miracle after a loss because he kind of expects it, or after he gets a win, he'll expect it. So we'll see what kind of warrior this is. He runs like a weird weapon warrior. It'd be really ballsy for him just to open with that. Could just be aggro. So good thing I didn't play Freeze Mage either way. Freeze Mage would have been bad. Druid would have been pretty strong. Okay, this hand is a little weak. So I'll have to play this Blood Mage out probably pretty early just as a loot hoarder and hope he doesn't have the Cruel Taskmaster. I have no way to deal with the Cruel Taskmaster, but I need to get cycling. Okay. So I got the gadget, but now I still would like to cycle towards a Conceal. I might have to Shadow Step this guy. Shadow Stepping is actually pretty good if it's the aggro warrior. Okay. So I will save... okay, so now I can actually have a reason to save the Blood Mage and not just play it as a loot hoarder. Is 3 down will do that too, yeah. Okay. Alright, so as it stands, I don't really want to play this on turn 5 and Shadow Step it, since it is... alright, let's Whirlwind. Alright. So I'm just going to let that live. If he Cruel Taskmasters it, I'll attack the Cruel Taskmaster Blade Flurry, something like that. Okay, now I am tempted to Gadget next turn with Double Prep. But if he gives me no reason to, I'll wait. Because 6 mana is better, because then I could Gadget, Double Prep stuff, and then have 1 mana left over for the Conceal. Or just any other 1 mana spell like Sinister Strike or Deadly Poison. Can't really use the Cold Blood here. Okay, so... if I prep Shiv it, I can attack it and then prep Blade Flurry. Gives him a card, but I do need to stop that. I don't really want to take another hit from that Korkron. And... yeah. That's pretty much it. I'd like to look for like a backstab first. Okay, I got the Conceal, that's good. So now I might actually be willing to take a hit from that thing. Okay. So I really would like to look for that, if I get a Deadly, I can Flurry it. Okay, awesome. So I'll Flurry it down next turn. This turn I'll just Shiv his face. Okay, so I'll Flurry down whatever he lays down. He's 1 Armor Smith's down, so not too worried about anything except for Brawl. Brawl's about all he can do here. Actually, what would be really scary is if you put on an Arcanite Reaper. Then he would do 5 this turn, 10 with the Arcanite Reaper. I'd be at 9 HP. Okay, so Fiery's almost as good. Fiery plus an armor up. That's about as good as... okay, so now I'm less worried. Because now he's low on cards. And I'll get a Deadly... or I'll get a Backstab to finish that off. And I got the Earthen Ring, which I can Shadow Step later. Probably not this turn. Okay, so I have an odd number of mana, I have no conceal coming, and I don't need the second deadly, so I'll use my odd mana on the Cold Blood, since it's better than a Sinister Strike. Actually, I use both preps anyway, so I'm not counting on any preps. So I'll Flurry, and I'll probably just... I could actually sap the 2-1. I only have 1 sap in the deck, though. Or I can just take the 2 damage. Taking the 2 damage would help this guy stay a little healthier. Would it be bad if I draw the backstab, which always happens when you do something like this, but that's okay. Do I think I'm going to draw the backstab? A Shiv would also be a reason not to attack it. I could draw Shiv. Yeah. It's not like I need the 3 damage on this face. Okay, I'll use that over Redaggering. I could draw the second Sinister Strike. Okay, so I'll probably have to Earthen myself. Sap, would it? No, he's not going to play anything. He's not going to play a 6-drop. That would be insane. He would lose if I have Sap, which I do. So I'll probably just remove this, probably with... I mean, ideally without attacking it, but let's see his most efficient way. Shield Slam, yeah. Okay, so I'll have to Earthen SI7 unless I draw a Backstab here. Okay, so he's not close to killing me yet. So I don't have to heal. So if there's a way I could if I could Agent and get a Cleave out, that would be the best. But I can't do that without wasting Shadow Step. So I'll just Shadow Step this guy later to buff up my... See, look, if I do this... So now, if I wanted to Shadow Step to make Edwin bigger, I'd actually get a Battle Cry back. Whereas usually people just Shadow Step their own Edwin, it's kind of wasteful. Whereas if you Shadow Step one of these, you can get a free Battle Cry. Now, and also if I attack into something, and it lives, which isn't much, since it would be an Acolyte or Armorsmith, then if I Shadow Step this guy, I heal him, as well as getting the Battle Cry. Now, if he has the Drake Cleave here, I'm going to be really sad. That's his best play. But he could just attack, slam. I'm in a pretty good position. I have 10 cards left. I'm going to draw 1, draw 2, so 8, 7. So I might have to gadget soon. Azure Drake Fan is good, or like I said, I could just Shadow Step 1. Well, let's see which one he kills. He's probably gonna... Oh, he's gonna kill both. Okay, so Fan, SI Agent is probably my play next turn. Kind of boring. Okay, I would actually like to Abyss because this gets 2 minions down, and Rag is the scariest play. Rag or Grom next turn are the scariest plays, and I'd like to have a minion down. So yeah. I'd like to have 2 minions down, I should say.
This guy's toast.
So now he can't Grom this guy because Grom only does 4 damage on this turn unless he has Inner Rage. He used the coin on turn 4 to Acolyte Whirlwind. So yeah, he's got the Rag. I have the Sap. Let's see what this Rag hits. If it hits my face, he can lethal me next turn. Okay, hit the best target for me. And I only need 10 damage, so if I draw Leroy, didn't get it.
I got the best deal anyway.
Lapdogs, all of you.
I could actually Shadow Step this guy, but I see no reason to. Okay, yeah. Alright, so his Warrior's down, so I could play Freeze Mage. Token Druid's a little scary for a Freeze Mage. He probably doesn't expect me to say Miracle, to be honest. I think I'm gonna go... I like this against everything but Token Druid. Although, oh, when you take a warrior out of a tournament, that is like kind of like a light bulb. Oh, I can play Freeze Mage, which he could be considering that I'm going to switch to Freeze Mage. I think I did this to Hosty. I killed his warrior, and then I swapped to Freeze Mage, but he made the read or something. Something happened. But Freeze Mage might be too obvious. Zoo is just kind of like a wild ball, or a wild card curve I can throw at him. Just if he tries to counter pick me too hard. Amber Alert. Uh-oh. So I think it's either Freeze Mage or Miracle. I think he's likely to pick Token Druid, though. That's what I'm most afraid of. In Token Druid, I would rather have a regular Druid against. But although, can he even hard counter this anymore? He would go aggro rogue. I could go aggro rogue. Okay. This should be good. Could go aggro Pally. That's pretty strong against this, but if he doesn't get the Divine Favor. Okay. So, Mage would not have been good. Druid would have been pretty good. Alright, so he's aggro. He mulligan really fast. Deadly's amazing against Sunshine Hunter, but not against aggro. Okay, cool. I got the SI7. Having Leroy's hand is nice. Helps you plan your turns. Or plan your kill turn, rather. As opposed to just waiting for Leroy. Awesome, I got backstab SI7. Okay, so he steals the coin, so he could Animal Companion here. I can kill any Animal Companion, but if it's a Wolf Rider, oh, it's a Wolf Rider. Okay, no, it's a Huffer. I mean, I can kill the Huffer, but at the same time, that 4 damage really hurts, and it helps him get him to kill me that turn, a turn sooner.
This guy's tough.
My hand's a little slow. I have the Leroy. I need him not to have bow and traps to win this game, and I would like to draw into Earthen. I don't necessarily need Gadget Zan with these two guys. Hopefully these guys get to actually hit. And I have to decide if I want to melee that or use my guy. Or I can heal... I can heal somebody. I think I need to be conservative with my own health and do that. This is my only Earthen Ring, by the... I've been messing with the deck, but I believe this is the only Earthen Ring at the moment. Okay, so that's probably explosive. If it's MD, I'll test with my face for MD. Best to get rid of it now when I actually have minions, because I'm going to have minions on the board. I need these guys to actually hit, so I need to pop traps when he doesn't have the bow on. Okay, explosive. Alright, so now I have 10 damage, 16 if I could get these 2 attacks in. It's going to be hard with traps. Plus, I assume this guy will hit once. So I have enough damage over 2 turns to kill him. So how do I not die over 2 turns? Hopefully I'd like to Shadow Step that Earthen. Because I don't want to have enough mana to Shadow Step Leroy the turn I want. Okay, so I kind of want to keep the Earthen up because if he has traps, it's better to have 2 guys up for Freezing Trap. This deck likely plays Misdirection, though. That's a pretty good draw. So I'm gonna okay, so this way I lose the Earthen, but I get to keep 2 minions on board. Awesome. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good. I got 10 damage for 6 mana next turn. So I need my Edwin to connect. If it doesn't connect, hopefully he has to expend a lot of resources to deal with it. Okay. So I'm 1 off lethal now. Okay, he has the trap anyways. 4, 11. So if this is Misdirection, then I'm still 1 off lethal, so I don't need to attack this round. So I'll just prep for the kill next turn. So I have 11 damage. We'll see what happens. I'm still pretty healthy, so I only have to watch out for, like, okay. Let's see what he does with this. Oh my. Wow. Okay, but he can't kill me for... Most he could do is, if I pop an explosive, it would be 4 with these 2. Plus Leroy, so a little scared. Okay. So it looks like an explosive, but it could be an MD. By explosive, I have 10 for 6. Looks like I have enough either way.
Here we go.
Alright, got him. It's trying to be too conservative. I didn't realize that's so much mana thanks to Arcane Golem. Nice. He told me he gets salty when he loses. I do too. Okay, so now I'm going to the finals. And that was my first win over Kisstafer. Like I said, I was undefeated against him in tournaments before then. It was only 2 times, but there were 2 really important final matches. So I thought he had my number. I guess I could beat him just with Miracle. Okay. Alright, thanks for watching. So I'll see you in my finals match.